We're here, brought some of my guys here from the RL, and we're here to participate and take part in Amazing Grace, which is a nationwide fundraiser for breast cancer. And a lot of times, you know, you'll have some really good events like this. We like to take part in them, try to help raise money for the community. There's a couple other cool things that are going on here, because we have a group like ours. We have the gym from across town, Get Built, Chattanooga, and we have CrossFit Brigade, and all of us are getting together to help raise money, and that's a really cool thing. I've always made my living following my passion, and you know, so when I see somebody else do that, I'm immediately in favor of them. I'm immediately wanting to help and wanting to see them follow through on their goals, because they're doing it from the heart.
I'm Emily Griffith. I'm a coach and co-owner of CrossFit Brigade in Chattanooga, Tennessee with my husband Eric. We coach, run the gym, and we're also athletes here.
My wife and I had been looking at other career options. We found ourselves dissatisfied in our current career choices, and especially me. We went to a competition in Woodstock, Georgia called the Garage Games, and spent a lot of time hanging out and working out with affiliate owners from all across the Southeast, and got really charged up about CrossFit and its potential in the future. When I came home, I had quit my job within a week, and was actually training athletes in the park within that month.
To see a guy, you know, drop out of the corporate world in favor of doing something else that's kind of, you know, I'm sure some of his friends or maybe even family thinking maybe they're crazy, but you know what? The CrossFit community is going to be there for him. They're going to make it really easy for him to start, and it is in an area which is really cool. They got a lot of hills outside where they can do some running, and it's a nice open space. They also have put in a lot of time and effort thinking about, you know, just simple things like the colors that they're going to use and the gear that they're going to get, and you know, they made some really good choices. I walk in there, I felt immediately at home, because a lot of the stuff that they're using is exactly the same stuff that we're using, just a lot newer. So one of the coolest things about the CrossFit community is it's full of a lot of people that like to help other people, other causes, and today we're going to do a workout called Amazing Grace.
Cancer and breast cancer research is something that we've always supported. This year, owning our own affiliate gave us the opportunity to support Barbells for Boobs and Mammograms in Action. We have, my wife and I both have family members who've suffered from breast cancer, as well as good friends that have suffered from breast cancer, and we just thought it was a perfect cause for our first big charity event.
On Barbells for Boobs, we completed the Grace workout. It's called Amazing Grace. 30 clean and jerks for time, the Olympic lift, clean and jerk. A little bit technical, but a very quick workout.
This is a great workout because for people that aren't around CrossFit workouts a lot, sometimes some of the scoring or understanding who's winning or who's losing, or even what you're trying to accomplish, sometimes it's a little hard to understand. But this one is incredibly simple. You're going to pick the weight up off the ground, push it overhead into a full lockout, and drop it. You're going to do this 30 times, as fast as you can possibly do it. So it's really easy to see who's winning, who's losing. So in CrossFit, we have a lot of workouts that have names, and Greg Glassman named a collection of workouts by girls' names, and Grace is one of those workouts. It's a benchmark workout, which means that we're going to return to this workout over and over and over again, and we're going to be able to base our performance today on our past performances to see if we're getting better or stronger or faster.
When we initially had the idea for Barbells for Boobs, we kind of felt like it may only bring members from our own gym, and we were okay with that. When we sent out the invitation, it was warmly received. We had athletes from other CrossFit affiliates in town, as well as garage gyms, as well as personal training studios, non-CrossFitters, breast cancer survivors. The turnout was amazing, beyond our expectations.
So when I pull into the gym, I'm one of the first people there, but I also see Will Hunt and Will Kelly, Alan Lebovitz. They all come over to the gym that day to participate in this workout. So we started jumping some rope and doing some overhead squats with a PVC pipe, loosening up our shoulders and maybe doing some pull-ups, push-ups, sit-ups, squats, you know, really getting the blood flowing and really working on our lower back, because, you know, even though this workout's going to be very, very short, it's going to be incredibly intense.
I definitely noticed a difference with Progenics. The biggest things I noticed was, one, I wasn't quite as sore the next day, and I just felt more fresh for the next workout. And it just makes your next workout more productive, because you're not just running through mud, but actually doing what your body can do. I'm Chris Spieler, and I am Progenics.
When we found CrossFit, it completely changed our lifestyle, and we began getting involved in going down to Atlanta and competing in the Garage Game series and meeting other athletes down there, and getting familiar with the community and just seeing the culture, and it was like we found our people. Atlanta has a really rich CrossFit culture, and they're just a couple hours away from us, 120 miles down the road. So we've had the opportunity to attend and compete in maybe about 5 events in the last year. And we've met some amazing athletes, and typically I like our athletes to try to get involved in competing, because you definitely push yourself, you try things that you hadn't thought of before. You know, they set up all kinds of fun challenges for us, but because CrossFit is evolving so much and getting so competitive, the bar is just getting raised higher and higher and higher every week. People are breaking records, and more people are learning about it. So I definitely like to keep going. The better that my friends do at these, the better I do. So it's really fun. It's a big part of it for us, the community, and we're learning more about the way they're eating and the way that they're training, and different experiments their boxes are trying. We had a woman sign up named Maureen, who is a breast cancer survivor.
Well, I hit 40 years old and realized I should get a mammogram, and about that time I found a lump. And I went to the doctor, went through a series of screenings and so forth, and they did the biopsy, found it was malignant.
She came and just wanted to support it and be a part of it.
I work with a gentleman who does CrossFit, and he learned of the event and asked if I'd be interested in getting involved with it, and I said absolutely. It's one of my pet charities, obviously. I learned the clean and jerk a week ago. I'm going to do my best to participate today in order to help get awareness out.
So it was amazing to have her here and see her do the workout. She, of course, scaled the weight, which is, you know, common theme in CrossFit, but she was able to get through the workout and just spend time sharing her story here with us that day.
I just try to stay fit, stay healthy, and hopefully I'll never have to face it again.
So I respond to the energy a lot. I love a crowd, so that definitely helps me get through something like that. And for my personal workout, I did have one frustration. We were, every rep is super important. There were 30 reps, and I asked someone to help me count, and they weren't counting it right. So I'm glad that I was keeping up my own score. So that was funny, but the overhead part is really challenging. The clean and jerk, you can just do a push jerk where you keep both feet together, or you can do the split jerk. And I think I ended up going into the split jerk some, which slows you down a little bit, but you can get under the bar more. So I don't even remember actually what I did, but I think, you see a lot of different, if you have the strength to just do the jerk without splitting, then you can go a little faster, but it definitely takes it out of you. I was thrilled. I PR'd, and my goal was to make sub 3 minutes, and I ended up hitting 2:59, so barely made it. And I know that last year I went to a competition in November and did 3 minutes, as many rounds as possible, 95-pound clean and jerks, and I only did 21, so I know that I'm making major improvements.
I definitely noticed a difference with Progenics. The biggest things I noticed was, one, I wasn't quite as sore the next day, and I just felt more fresh for the next workout. And it just makes your next workout more productive, because you're not just running through mud, but actually doing what your body can do. I'm Chris Spieler, and I am Progenics.
Our vision for CrossFit Brigade was to create a really tight community within our local gym here and become an intersection with Chattanooga as a community. Opening our own business has changed our lives. I spend lots more time with my daughter, and lots more time at home with my wife. We're able to, really dial in our nutrition because we have time to cook and prepare foods and shop.
That's what we want to see. Yeah. What if Paul Smith was PR? Yeah, he was. It was.
But little did I know that they set up the heat to where I was going to go with the 4 other top guys in the gym. And now it was kind of a compliment, but these guys are a lot younger than me, and they're also in very good shape and very strong.
I've got a guy that came in 8th at Garage Games, but he had an injury earlier this year, and so he didn't get to do the open. Paul Smith, he trains on his own. Tom Rowland, everyone knows well. Madison Brooks is one of our coaches here. He's been doing CrossFit since he's about 16, and he's 20 now. And we took him to a Garage Games competition last month. I think he won. Madison, how many events did you win that day at Garage Games?
7. No, 6 out of 9.
6 out of 7? No.
I can't remember.
Justin Dunn, I met during the Open. He is a resident locally, so he doesn't really have time to train at a CrossFit affiliate, but he does it at the YMCA down the road. Daniel Hartman, who is an Ole lifting specialist. Although he's not genetically made for this particular workout, he has freakishly long arms, so overhead's not his favorite.
When I walk into the gym at CrossFit Brigade, 3 minutes, 58 seconds, that's my best time that I've ever done on Grace workout. So I'm looking, you know what, 3:57, I'm gonna be happy. But something told me that day, I was feeling pretty good, something told me that I could go a little faster than that. And you know what, there is no question that when you work out in a group setting, it pushes you a little more and it raises the intensity, therefore it's gonna raise your results. you can always tell kind of how you feel at the beginning of a workout, because if you pick it up and it feels super light, that's fantastic. If you pick it up and you're thinking, man, that is heavier than I remember, you're probably in trouble on that day. And at first, I'm able to pick the barbell up, push it overhead, and actually, instead of just dropping it to the ground, I'm able to actually put it down. Now that's going to be faster than picking it up and actually doing a jerk. Now the fastest way that you can do this is to pick the barbell up to a clean and press it overhead. That's going to be actually faster than a jerk. And what a jerk is when you're in this clean, in the racked position. That's what this is called. The jerk is when you dip your knees, drive up, and as the barbell is on its way up, you drop into another little bit of a squat, right? And so you are not going to actually push the barbell to full extension with just your arms. You're actually going to be able to use some of your legs. That's a great movement. You can push a lot more weight that way, but it also takes a fraction of a second or a full second longer. I'm on about 15, and I notice that Paul Smith is done. It's 1 minute and 45 seconds. That is a blistering time, and really, in the scheme of things in the CrossFit community, that 1:45 is really, really, really good. At the end of 3 minutes, you are done. That's where the mental toughness comes in, because at rep 21, 22, 23, you kind of hit a wall where your body just says, man, no more. That's where you build mental toughness. That's where you do things that you don't think you can. And while I ended up last in the heat, I look at the clock and I am absolutely thrilled at my time. I went from a 3 minute, 58 second grace to a 3 minute, 12 second grace, which means I cut 46 seconds off my time. I continue to get better and better and better, despite the fact that I'm getting older every day, despite the fact that my friends and other people around me are on the downhill slope. I'm setting PRs, and sometimes by 46 seconds. Hit a progenic shake right after the workout.
So I'm gonna get this in as soon as I can, just a recovery thing, because that was a hell of a workout.
Get a good post-nutrition shake in your body as soon after your workout as possible. And you know, even though this was just a 3 minute, 12 second workout for me, it was incredibly intense. And to get that nutrition in your body right now is the most important thing that you can do for your recovery. So I wanted to make sure that I got that in there.
Just that, a little water, and your recovery is so much faster. It's incredible. Been using this stuff for like, I don't know, a couple months. Had like 7 PRs. So I'm sticking with it.
Barbells for Boobs was just a hugely successful day at CrossFit Brigade. Very proud moment for us. We were really excited to be a part of it. I have spoken personally to the woman who started Mammograms in Action and was really excited to support her. She has a great vision.
Nationally, Barbells for Boobs raised, to date has raised $543,000 in climbing. We raised over $1,200 here that day. It was just a fantastic event. It really brought the CrossFit community in Chattanooga together.
I've seen so many results with CrossFit, and it's changed my life in so many ways that I want to share it with other people. I'm only capable of sharing that through the RRL with so many people. So if another gym opens up, I think it's fantastic, because it's going to give more people the opportunity to go in there and experience CrossFit, experience the community setting, and really get the results that we get here at the RRL.
At CrossFit Brigade, we run a workout of the day, just like most CrossFit gyms. We start each class with a warm-up and usually maybe a little bit of skills work, as well as, and then we do our work portion, and we try to spend some time working on mobility afterwards. We're trying to take a really holistic approach. We discuss nutrition with our athletes, and we're really working on building like a family, almost a team. The small group training is just a game changer for most people.
It's been well received. The games on ESPN2 really help. We haven't had to do any marketing. We haven't had to take on any debt. And we have grown beyond projections, like just about double projections.
It's been an amazing so far journey, changing people's lives, seeing them not be able to stay away from this place, the way that they play with their kids now, getting their personal stories, overcoming injuries, finding themselves just happy again and feeling good. I mean, the endorphins are through the roof usually after you spend a couple weeks doing these workouts.
To me, CrossFit Brigade is about a community of people who are all there to support each other and trying to achieve the same goals.
There's no pretentiousness or no attitude. It's just everyone really has the same goal and everybody's really cool to each other. And
every time I come here and leave, I leave with a little more self-confidence and a little more self-discipline.
This gym in particular is really a good motivator and a good way to push me into doing things that I didn't think I could do.
And I've fallen in love with it. I mean, there's a great community here, a great group of people, and they're all motivated about working out and exercising. And
I've cared more about things. I think the discipline and staying dedicated to something has changed my life completely.
I've been a desk jockey for years. I've only been doing this for a few months, and my body's changed immeasurably.
I started out at 290 pounds. Now I'm 203 pounds.
I've been training for a long time already at a regular gym, trying to prepare for the Marines, and then I came here, and when I was training at a regular gym, I was just by myself every day, working out on my own, and it wasn't very motivating.
Because I'd been working out for years, but not CrossFit, and I mean, just in the few months I've been doing this, just the change. And
my wife and I both come here, and which is great because when I'm feeling kind of lazy or I'm feeling like I don't want to work out today, she's like, well, I'm going, so you can go with me.
Especially with my children, it's changed my life quite a bit, dramatically for my children. I used to be lazy and my kid would come up to me and say, hey, let's do something, and I just sit there. And for the past week, my son says something, I'm up. I'm like, hey, let's go do something.
Just being around everybody else and, you know, being able to go out and like actually get to know everyone personally, being able to go out and do things with them made a huge difference in my motivation to want to work out.
Just jump in feet first and give it your all regardless of what you can do.
I'm 100% in support of a new gym opening up, and it's really good to see that it's coming from the heart. So that was a fantastic workout with a really great turnout. I was really happy with the turnout. Had guys from both gyms, guys from garage gyms, guys and girls from all over the place. Had some people drive in from a little ways away, and it's really cool how fitness can help to raise money for a charity or a cause, or you know, breast cancer today, but you know, we've done stuff for Wounded Warrior Project, and you know, it's cool to know that you know, something that we like to do and our fitness can help other people. So it's kind of what we were here doing today, and helping them launch their gym and really get the word out there, and it was a great day. So now it's on to family. And I can find my keys.